This is my old family PC. It's a Micron Millennium straight from 2003, and while Micron PC has long since gone under, this system is still going strong, albeit with a decidedly dated aesthetic. But what makes this PC special isn't its appearance, it's all about the components inside, and at its heart is a high-end Intel motherboard, making it perfect for a 2003 gaming rig. So, let's give this old Micron some new parts, and make it the killer 2003 gaming PC. The original CPU this machine came with is a 2.53 GHz Pentium 4, and an engineering sample at that. This was the best of the best in mid-2002, but that won't do here, so I'll be swapping it out for a 3.2 GHz Northwood model with hyperthreading. Aside from the clock speed and the extra thread, this also bumps up the front side bus speed from 533 MHz to 800, and with that comes higher heat output. The existing cooler can handle it, but it definitely gets toasty. I'd rather have used the Pentium 4 Extreme Edition at the same clock speed, but I couldn't actually find one on eBay, and that puts out even more heat. Accompanying the P4 was a single 512MB stick of DDR400, which was later augmented with another stick during the machine's useful life. Both of these sticks are bargain burner RAM though, so I'll be using the 2GB kit of Patriot RAM used in the last video. This isn't strictly period accurate, but you could get a 2GB kit in 2003 consisting of 4 sticks with similar timings, so this is close enough for me. The original GPU was a GeForce 4 Ti 4200, which I later upgraded to a 7300 GT. That's a bit too new for this project, so I ordered an all-in-wonder 9800 Pro. That's just one step down from the godlike 9800 XT, and costed a whole lot less, while having even more features than the Radeon 9800 Pro. It doesn't even need a fan pointed at it to keep it from cooking itself to death. For storage, the original 40GB IDE drive is getting replaced with a 250GB Maxstore Maxline 2, the biggest consumer drive available in 2003. Sound is provided by the venerable Audigy 2 ZS, letting me try out EAX for the first time. The OS I'm using is Windows XP with Service Pack 1, as SP2 didn't exist in 2003. I also tried the best I could to be period accurate with graphics and sound drivers, using the original Audigy drivers from the driver disk, and Catalyst 3.10 for the All-in-Wonder. The one exception to this was the chipset driver. I had to grab the latest version from the Intel website in order for AGP to run at the full 8x speed. With all that taken care of, it was time to get benchmarking, so here's how the killer 2003 PC handles the games it was meant to play. Our first game is Splinter Cell, which, being an Xbox port, favors NVIDIA GPUs. We were still able to get more than acceptable performance with the settings almost maxed out, though. Rayman 3 isn't terribly demanding, so you could achieve more than 60 FPS at all times. GTA Vice City was similarly easy, and even maxing out the anti-aliasing barely made the 9800 Pro flinch. Blood Rain was tougher to run but still playable, although it's worth mentioning that this is also an Xbox port. Jedi Academy performed worse than expected. I'd imagine a newer driver would help, but I have yet to test that. Halo's performance was wildly variable, and I had to drop the resolution to keep the frame rate from tanking during firefights. Max Payne 2 was a piece of cake for the GPU, even with 6xAA enabled. Call of Duty wasn't too happy with anti-aliasing, but once that was turned off, the performance was great. Need for Speed Underground did well, although this game has an internal 60 FPS cap, so we can't see the full performance of this system. Finally, Prince of Persia ran flawlessly unless the screen was filled by alpha effects. So, as you probably expected, our 2003 PC tore apart games released in the same year. That is, if they aren't ports from the Xbox or OpenGL games. With period-accurate graphics drivers, OpenGL support isn't the greatest, and newer drivers will likely perform better. That's a topic for another time, though. As it is, this PC provides a snapshot of what high-end gaming was like 14 years ago, and would have been something to brag to your friends about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And if you made it this far, consider joining the Obsoletist Discord server, where you can talk tech with me and other subscribers. Hope to see you there.